You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the Night Watch Zone. Night Watch Zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is a video that I was hoping to not have to do, um, but as everyone has heard, it looks as though that Sidney Prescott will not be in Scream 6. So I had to talk about this, had to get it off my chest. Um, and also the reason why Neve Campbell turned down the role, at least as far as what we know. Now, as with anything, especially when you're dealing with situations like this, you probably have to take it with a grain of salt. Shout out to Andrew Garfield. But as far as we know, the reason that she's turning down the role of Sydney to return in Scream 6 is actually a reason that is kind of, I don't know, it's got me a little it's just got me speechless, to be quite honest with you. But first of all, just to talk about my feeling on this, I'm a huge fan of the franchise. As you guys know, I've done a lot of deep dive discussions on each movie in the franchise. I've tried to, be pro Scream, even when Five was looked at as a lesser film in the franchise. It does have its issues, but it's still a fun movie. Um, but to think that we're going to have a Scream movie after all this time without Sidney Prescott in it, it's just hard to imagine. And as a lot of you guys may know, come August, which now is right around the corner, I'm going to be going to Monster Mania, and me and Coriander, and we're going to hopefully get a chance to meet the Scream Queen herself, and that's just going to be an amazing thing. But now with a little a little bit of sadness going on, possibly. But this is what I want to do. I want to pull up the article, and this is just something that's brand new. I'm just going to pull this up and share it with you guys because it's truly um, it's truly got me speechless because I'm such a huge fan of hers, and to think of the reason why it's just really blowing my mind. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, now I'm just going to read some of this. You guys can obviously check this out on Variety. It's on Bloody Disgusting. It's on Deadline. So it is in print, literally. Nev Campbell won't return for Scream 6 after rejecting offer. "Quote unquote, it didn't equate to my value." Wow, guys. Let's see. It basically says Campbell, who played Sidney Prescott in the long-running slasher series, will not be reprising her role in the upcoming installment because she felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate to the value I have brought to the franchise. "Sadly, I won't be making the next Scream film," Campbell said in a statement to Variety. "As a woman, I have had to work extremely hard in my career to establish my value, especially when it comes to Scream. I felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate to the value I've brought to the franchise. It's been a very difficult decision to move on. To all my Scream fans, I love you. You've always been so incredibly supportive to me. I'm forever grateful to you and what this franchise has given me over the past 25 years." Okay, let me stop right there. Let me let me pull myself back up. So it looks as though it's basically a question, according to what we know. Again, I'm only going by what is out there. And also, shout out to my buds, Master Chaos, for presenting this really quick about her not returning to Scream 6. And also, obviously, my brother, Craven Something Scary, who has also put that out on his channel as well. Check those videos out, guys. Breaking the news very early. But now it's in print. It's out there. It's in Variety. It's in Deadline. It's on Bloody Disgusting. So these are reputable sources, according to what has been said. Now, again, this could be an Andrew Garfield thing. Who knows? But I will say this, and some of you guys that have watched the channel, if you see me on live streams, and even on the collective live streams, we were kind of thinking it was going this way, and especially when Hayden got casted to return as Kirby, that was something we started to think about. Is Neve even going to be in the movie? Is it just going to be a small role, maybe a cameo? I mean, there's a lot of wishes that we had for possibly even a small cameo, even at the end, maybe for a cliffhanger. But now the pieces of the puzzle are starting to all come together. And it's kind of sad, man. It really is kind of sad because to think that the reason for this is because they didn't offer her enough money. That's just, it just blows my mind. If you think about the franchise and what it's meant to horror, if you think about what Sidney Prescott has meant, not only to horror, but so many groups of fans that have looked to her, just as a strong, iconic character. And again, guys, this is not something that is abnormal. This happens quite often to actors and actresses, but it's specifically for actresses trying to get, um, you know, fair pay. And I really feel bad in the situation. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, don't feel bad for Neve Campbell because obviously she's got money and this and that." And I get that, and that's true of any actor or actress. But the fact that you have the main character of a franchise that has been around since 1996 and you want her to come back in your movie, but you're not going to offer her the right amount of money. To me, it just seems so backwards. And of course we don't know what those figures are, so I'm just talking about what we have as the information presented to us. But in the article, and I want to go back to the article does talk about something else that I think, again, speaks to the bigger issue. Um, it says, though Campbell remained vague about the offer she rejected for Scream 6, she has previously spoken out about the struggle for fair compensation. In a conversation for Variety, Campbell and fellow Scream queen Jamie Lee Curtis got candid about pay. Curtis, despite starring in the commercially successful Halloween series, admitted she didn't really make much money off horror movies. And Campbell recalled a similar experience with 2000's Scream 3, saying she did all right, but did not get a back end deal, depriving her of a share of the profits. Since horror films tend to have smaller budgets, they usually require less coinage compared to big budget tentpoles to get out of the red. And Nev also said, there's always the promise of back end, Campbell told Curtis. And then, of course, it's drowned in publicity and costs and all the reasons they say, oh, actually, no, we didn't make the amount of money that we're claiming we made in all the press, so that we don't have to give you that, unfortunately. It was the Weinsteins. Now, of course, there's so much controversy and so forth with how the Weinsteins handled, the other Scream movies and so forth. But this is just kind of a bummer, guys, and I'm sure we're going to get more information. I just wanted to, get this out here because when I heard that she wasn't returning, my big question was two things. One, either she did not like the script because she always said, it's about the script. It's about the script. So I was thinking either she did not like the script, or same type of angle that they wanted to kill Sydney off. So that's one thing. Those things are combined together. Or two, that the role was going to be so minuscule that it wasn't going to even be worth her time. You know what I mean? So, and we've seen her role be shrunk, as the sequels have gone on, especially in Scream 5. Her role was not very big. It was still, nice, to see her, and she had some moments, but it was definitely a smaller role. And I think the lion's share was to Dewey. My thought process before all of this was that hopefully the next movie, or maybe in 7, her role would be bigger, sort of like David Arquette's was in Scream 5. So this blows my mind, guys, because I really thought it would have only been for the reasons I listed, that she either didn't like the script, or that the role was going to be not worth her time. But it's not about that. It's about the fact that the offer that they made to her sucked, according to what she says. And again, we don't know the numbers. But the bottom line is this, guys. When you have a Neve Campbell, when you have a Jamie Lee Curtis, when you have a Scarlett Johansson, when you have an Anya Taylor-Joy, when you have any of these great actresses who deserve fair pay. They deserve to be paid as much as their male counterparts. And this franchise is about Sidney Prescott. So obviously, I don't know, guys. I'm frustrated. So hopefully, we'll find out more about this, and I'm sure we will. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of videos, a lot of discussions, a lot of live streams about it. So we're going to get information. I'm going to talk about it more, and I know a lot of my friends will as well. So definitely let me know what you think, because for me, it's frustrating. Again, just going off of what we've been told. And anyways, I, I don't know, man. I think about Scream, and I think to myself, Sidney Prescott, and ultimately we all knew that at some point they'd have to move away from Sydney, Sydney, Gale, and Dewey. And obviously Dewey is not in the franchise anymore, as far as we know. So we knew this day would come, but to think that it's going to happen like this is very sad. And again, who knows? This doesn't mean that she couldn't return for Scream 7, but just going off of what we've been told, it looks as though she will not be in Scream 6. So that is a big bummer. But, anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please like the video. That would help to support the channel, and I'd appreciate it a lot. And yeah, we're going to be talking a lot about this stuff, because it is truly frustrating to know that supposedly she was not offered the amount of money that she felt as though she earned through being in a franchise for over 25 years. 5 movies going on 6. It's just ridiculous. I just, like I said, I don't get it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We'll be talking to you later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.